Computer Systems Servicing 9, Module 2, Week 2. The learning competency for this week is using hand tools. The topic is Prepare Hand Tools. Before we proceed to the lesson, let's have an activity. Identify whether the following statement is true or false. Show a thumbs up if it's true and a thumbs down if it's false. Number 1. Pencils should not be used inside the computer because the pencil lead can act as a conductor and may damage the computer components. In 5 seconds, give your answer. The answer is thumbs up. For number 2, turn off the power and unplug equipment before cleaning any device. The answer is thumbs up. For number 3, magnetized tools should be used around electronic devices. The answer is thumbs down. Number 4. Avoid over-tightening of screws because threads may become stripped. The answer is thumbs up. Last number 5. Always wear an anti-static wrist strap if you are repairing a monitor or CRT. The answer is thumbs down. This is the first part of the lesson, safety precautions while working on computers. These are the things that you have to consider while working on computers. So safe working conditions help prevent injury to people and damage to computer equipment. You will be able to reduce the chance of accidents such as cuts, burns, electrical shock, damage to eyesight, and others that may occur while working on computers. By following these basic safety precautions, you will ensure your safety while working on computers. First is to regularly inspect your tools to make sure that they are in good condition. Next is to remove your watch and jewelry and secure loose clothing. Next is to turn off the power and unplug equipment before performing a service. Cover sharp edges inside the computer case with tape. Never open a power supply or a CRT monitor. Only operate tools according to manufacturer's instructions. After using a tool, clean it and return it to its proper storage place. These are the appropriate hand tools for proper operation and safety. The use of hand tools starts with tools that work well. Hand tools are useful in our everyday lives, but they can also cause harm if not checked and used correctly. As a beginner, it is a must that you know how to use tools that are the right size and right type for your job, and always follow the correct procedure for using every tool. How to use the ESD tools properly. Specifically, the anti-static wrist strap. Number 1. Connect the cable to the metal chassis of the computer. Next is wrap the strap around your wrist. The connection will keep your body at the same voltage potential as the computer. is to lay the computer on the mat. Next is connect the computer to the mat with a cable. Connect the mat to a reliable electrical ground with its cable. Lastly, now you and the computer are at the ground potential. How to properly use the hand tools. Number 1 is to use the proper type and size of the screwdriver by matching it to the screw. Next is, do not over-tighten screws because the threads may become stripped. Take note, if excessive force is needed to remove or add a component, something may be wrong. Magnetized tools should not be used around electronic devices. Pencils should not be used inside the computer because the pencil lead can act as a conductor and may damage the computer components. How to properly use of cleaning materials. To clean computers and accessories, first is use mild cleaning solution and lint-free cloth to clean computer cases, outside of monitor, LCD screen, CRT screen, and mouse. Use compressed air to clean heat sinks. Use a soft refill alcohol and lint-free swabs to clean RAM. Use handheld vacuum cleaner with a brush attachment to clean a keyboard. Take note, turn off the power and unplug equipment before cleaning any device. How to identify unsafe or faulty tools for repair. Number 1. Visual inspection. The defective and non-defective tools are easily identified through visual inspection. Defective and non-defective tools are described by its physical appearance, such as dullness, sharpness, dismantled parts, and more. Example: defective screwdrivers with rounded or damaged edges or tips, split or broken handle. Next, functionality. Another way to determine the defective and non-defective tools is by checking or assessing if the tool is already susceptible to wear and tear or does it exceed its service life already. For example, check the blades of the wire cutter with splinters of metal or plastic that could cause problems with the joints or encourage corrosion, for it will affect its function. And lastly, for number 3, performance. Checking the performance of the tool is another way to determine defective and non-defective tools. Checking the performance of a tool is not only done during the actual use, it should also be done periodically to determine whether the tool is still worthy to be used. For example, in working with computers, we should use an anti-static wrist strap with a lower resistance in series with a strap because higher resistance is not always better when working with low voltage devices. Here is the learning plan for Module 2, Week 2 of Computer System Servicing. I have made mention already the topic for this week. These are the objectives, the activities, the assessment, and some notes to your facilitator. Please take note of the red highlights for your performance task number 2. Here's the topic for Week 2, Module 2 of Computer System Servicing. Prepare hand tools. The learning objectives. Identify the appropriate hand tools used in different tasks for proper operation and safety. Number 2, check and mark any defective or malfunctioning tools. Number 3, observe safety precaution while working on computers. Sa unang part ng module, the first activity is you will identify whether the statements given are true or false. Kung false, you will change the underlined words to make the statement correct. The next activity is what's in. Ang gagawin dito sa activity na to ay i-group lamang ang mga given tools, hardware tools, based on their categories. Are they ESD tools, hand tools, cleaning tools, or diagnostic tools? On this part of the module, what's new? You are just going to answer the following questions by writing yes or no. These questions will tell if you are protecting yourself if you're going to work on a computer. These are just personal answers. Next part of the module is what is it? This contains the topic of the lesson. The explanations for the safety precautions while working computer are here. Appropriate hand tools for properly operation and safety, proper use of ESD tools, proper use of hand tools, proper use of cleaning materials. And lastly is identify unsafe or faulty tools for repair. After reading the explanation of the topic, you are going to proceed here on the what's more. On your answer sheet, you're just going to explain the proper ways of using the following tools. The ESD tools, cleaning, hand tools, and diagnostic tools. In 2 to 3 sentences, explain how to use these tools properly. After that, you are going to proceed here on what I have learned. Since I have mentioned already on your learning plan that this will be part of your performance task number 3, you can actually skip it here and proceed here on what I can do. For what I can do, sasagutan lang din itong mga tanong na sumusunod. First question, what are the different ways to determine the faulty or defective and non-defective tools? So, isulat lang dyan ano-ano mga pamamaraan para malaman kung ang tool ay defective na or pwede pang magamit. Next question is, why do we have to check for the condition of hand tools before using them? So, ano ang dahilan? Bakit kailangan i-check muna ang kondisyon ng bawat hand tools in computer system servicing bago gamitin? And number 3, how will you determine the hand tools if defective? So, isulat lang din ano ang pamamaraan para malaman kung ang tools na gagamitin ay sira na. Then after that activity, you are going to proceed on the assessment. You were just going to arrange the proper sequence on how to use properly. First is the anti-static wrist strap and next is anti-static mat. Paano yan ginagamit ng maayos pag sunod-sunurin lamang. For the additional activities, I have replaced this activity with another. So, kung nabasa ninyo ang learning plan, naka-indicate doon na this part is your performance task number 2. But instead of doing the activities written here, what are you just going to do is to take photos of at least 3 hand tools available at your home. So, kuha lang kayo ng picture na meron kayo sa bahay ninyo and then isend nyo sa akin. Of course, hand tools na ginagamit sa computer system servicing. And then, if for example, walang kakayanan para kumuha ng picture at isend sa akin, pwede naman i-drawing yan, 3 hand tools in computer system servicing, and then isubmit sa akin.